All right, man, peace. So now let's see what Mr. Kevin Durant had to say in regards to what exactly transpired in Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals.
Janie, first question in the front.
And Janie McCauley from the Associated Press. Coach Lou just said they were robbed, that charge was overturned. And what's your take? Were you surprised that happened? And also the way regulation ended with JR dribbling back toward half court. How?
I can't control that. Oh, well, I could have boxed JR out. I got to do a better job, so I'm glad.
Absolutely. I'm glad that that's the first thing that you stated, brother. Because there's no way in the world that J.R. Smith is supposed to get an offensive rebound standing next to you. That man is 6'5". You're 6'11". You have to box him out and get that rebound. That could have cost you guys the game.
So I'm glad we was able to get the win with that happening. But the block charge thing, last year in the regular season, the same play happened to me. It was a block. They called a block, and they went and reviewed it and changed it to a charge. So I knew once it was 30 seconds to go that they can review that situation. There's a couple goaltending and block charge a couple years ago. They put those rules in that you can review them just like you can review out of bounds calls. So I knew that. I knew he was late on the drive, and I know
that was a bang play though. I mean, he was slightly sliding, but I've seen that call a charge before.
And I know I had my man beat, and he came over a little late. So when they called the charge, I was surprised, but I'm glad they reviewed it.
Fourth row on the right side.
Anthony Slater with the Athletic. Can you kind of go back to that JR play? I know you kind of had the missed box out, and then what are you thinking when he decides to kind of shoot out to the perimeter with the ball?
Well, they still had enough time to get a shot off. They still got a shot off with that. But I thought he was looking for LeBron. Because I was right there. I mean, if he tried to put a layup up, I thought I had a good chance to contest it. But
well, look, we never really know what to expect from just retarded Smith. But when it comes to him, you can always expect the unexpected. But
I'm glad we don't even got to think about that. They did a good job tonight coming in and hitting us in the mouth. They out-rebounded us. I think that's always the way to get us, on the offensive rebound. So they had 18 of them. We can't get that up if we want to win.
Kevin, over here on your right, Ryan Gorsey, San Francisco Examiner. What did you think of JaVale McGee's defense on LeBron there in the third quarter, third quarter, given how you guys struggled early on against him?
I thought JaVale McGee's defense was even better on himself than it was on LeBron. I've never seen a nigga guard himself better than that man did when he caught the ball right underneath the rim and got his shot blocked by the rim. That fool, him and Kevon Looney, they have to be the two most uncoordinated dudes in the NBA.
Yep.
Both them niggas walk around like baby giraffes. Like, come on.
Yeah, Bron does a good job of, on a screen and roll, kind of balancing, putting the unbalance in the floor and matchups and, getting a lot of screens to get guys on him. And then after that, it's hard to stop him. I thought JaVale did a good job of using his lane. And I know as a wing player, when you see it big, you feel like you got so many moves in your bag that you don't know which one to bring out. And I think after a while, Bron just got a little confused, and it was good that JaVale was able to stay in front of him. So we got to be better next game. We know he's going to come out and be super, super aggressive. He made shots tonight, and they rebounded well. So we got to try to control that.
And Mark over here on 2.
Kevin, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. You've played in the league a long time. You've seen other players probably lose track of time. But, from a player standpoint, how does that happen in a moment of that consequence that you don't know whether you're ahead or you're tied in a game?
That can happen to anybody, though. Even though I get on just retarded Smith, and he deserves it because of his track record for stupidity, I've seen great players lose track of time. When you go back to the 1998 NBA Finals Game 1, Michael Jordan lost track of time, I believe, twice in that game. A game that they ended up losing in overtime, that they should have won. They ended up winning that series in 6 games, but that series easily could have been a sweep. That 1998 Finals against the Utah Jazz. Because Jordan actually blew Game 1, even though, of course, he was the main reason why they were winning in the first place. But he actually blew Game 1 because he lost track of time twice. But J.R. Smith, he's just too stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, that dude, he needs to be tested for everything.
I mean, anything can happen on the basketball court, And we all done stuff like that on the basketball court, so you know, I can't I can't talk about I can't talk about a situation that way because I do some dumb stuff on the court. So, you know.
I agree with you, brother, but at least you're a great player. When you're a role player, the least you could do is have your head in the game.
So, you know, I can't really talk about that, but glad we got a W. I don't know what was going through JR's head, but he made a great rebound and gave him opportunity to win a basketball game.
Monty on the right side.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, did you get a look at what happened with Sean and Steph down there with Tristan and all that going on? Did you get a look at that at all?
I didn't get a good look at it, but you know, obviously I was right in the middle of the other scuffle. But that's what happens when you play in the finals. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's just basketball shit. That happens. That's going to happen at least once in every NBA Finals when you have two teams that really want to win and truly believe that they could beat each other. I mean, I could literally name just about every NBA Finals there's at least one major scuffle, something along those lines.
Thing that we should be concerned about. I think it's something we can easily move past.
I know Coach Kerr is a big proponent of not letting the shot clock run out. You know, he says, hey, you shoot before it's out, and some guys don't like that. Where do you stand on that?
Well, that's our thing.
Yeah.
That's our thing. And there's no disrespect to any other team. That's just what we do. And we don't want to take the turnover. We take the shot. So we've been doing that all year since I've been here too.
Any other questions for Kevin? Anthony on the right side.
LeBron obviously finished with 51. How much of it was just his greatness, and how much of it was, what you guys, maybe some defensive faults that you guys had?
It was a little bit of both, but it was mostly LeBron being in his bag tonight, man. That dude was totally in his bag. But once again, the way that the NBA game is played today, you can basically have your best player go one-on-one whenever you want. Like, you couldn't have that back in the 90s. And it's mainly because your 4-man and your 5-man could not stretch the floor like they can today. That's the main thing. So all your great players, you could put them in one-on-one situations very easily where all they have to do is beat their man and they're at the cup. So the defenders today have to cover a lot more ground. But the things that LeBron can do offensively, he's at his apex right now offensively. Now, he's nowhere near the defender that he once was in regards to his ability to guard his man. But he's still a great help defender when he wants to be.
Well, it's all him. It's tough to stop him. And especially, he getting a lot of screens, he getting Steph on him a lot. And obviously that's what the mismatch is, and getting the bigs on him. So we got to do a better job of helping him out. And then in transition, you just got to be aware on his catches because he want to catch and go to the rim. But that's what he does. I mean, he's been in the league for so long doing the same thing. So, we just got to try to make it tougher on him. But, he got the ball in his hands all game. He's playing, without the overtime, played 42 minutes. So it's like in regulation. So it's like you got the ball and you got to, orchestrate the offense. So you just got to be, patient and not get discouraged when you make shots and just keep playing hard.
Middle right.
Michael Pina, plays.
And beyond that, you got to get Draymond to poke him in his other eye.
Play sports. Kevin, you went 1 for 7 from the 3-point line tonight. How much of that was just you missing shots you normally make, and how much of that was the Cavaliers' defense?
It was mostly him forcing bad shots, trying to get the damn MVP again, thinking that he's going to go mano a mano with LeBron. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm on record as stating that you almost expect Kevin Durant to equal out or zero out LeBron James. You expect them to nullify one another. For all intents and purposes, LeBron pretty much doubled up on what KD brought to the table. But KD also has to understand that when your shot is not falling, you have other teammates that can score, move the basketball. Stop pulling up, taking these wild shots. Once again, you're not going to get the NBA Finals MVP every year. This is Curry's year. You're going to have to back up.
If I get a 3-pointer up, it's just because I want to. Actually, one of them, Kevin Love, did play great defense over in the wing, rest the shot. But glad I made up for it at the free throw line.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
Is there a final question for Kevin? Thank you.
Yep.
But anyway, that's it on Kevin Durant and his testimony in regards to how the NBA Finals Game 1 transpired. Peace.